Hello everyone, my name is Loka Cola, and in this video I'm going to talk about what I think about the Operation Black Ice DLC that was recently released for Rainbow Six Siege. However, I haven't made a video about this game at all, so before I jump into what I think about the DLC, I will talk a little bit about what I think about the actual game itself. And to keep it relatively short, I really enjoy this game. It's actually one of my top 5 games from 2015. And honestly, I'd say this is the best game in the series since Rainbow Six 3. And that was like more than 10 years ago. So it's been a very, very long time since we had a game that actually feels like Rainbow Six in spirit. Because uh, every game released after the third one has been more of like they've dropped the tactical elements. Not altogether, they kept some of it, but it hasn't been to the same level as the first 3 games, and they've kind of been more actiony instead. But with this one, I would actually say they've gone back to the roots. Now, yes, I know there's no single player campaign, which to a lot of people may be like the greatest sin ever, because apparently hating on multiplayer only games seems to be the norm these days. But I don't know, I don't really understand the hate. And I mean, sure, I would have loved it if there was a campaign in this game where you could like plan every little single detail and command at least a squad of other soldiers throughout the mission. I mean, yes, I would love that, but I think the multiplayer only thing with this game actually works very well. And in my opinion, if we have to talk about games that had single player campaigns before but does not have today, I'd say Rainbow Six Siege is probably one of the better games to have made that jump from having single player to practically not having a single player, because there's still the situations, which is kind of like tutorial missions, and then there's that weird category 5 mission that really feels like it sets up a campaign but it doesn't. So that is a bit weird, if I have to be honest. But otherwise, I don't really mind the multiplayer only stuff, especially not since the game is a lot of fun. Like, most of my games I've lost, but even then, I have had so much fun with each and every game, because this is truly one of the games that no match will be the same as the last one, and that's very good because there's not a lot of content in this game. There's like well, it's basically just one game mode, really, but there's some variations, like whether you are going in to disarm a bomb or trying to save a hostage. But it's kinda practically the same thing, and there's not a whole lot of maps, although I believe all maps have a day and night versions, which is kind of cool. But like, even so, there's so much depth in this game that even though there's not a whole lot of content, the depth within the game really makes up for that, because like with the way the maps are set up, the objectives and the operators both on the attacking and defending side, it really helps making the game feel fresh in almost every match. And I mean, yeah, I don't really have much more to say other than that. I mean, I really enjoy this game. I've had a lot of fun with it, and it's easily the best game in the series in a hell of a long time. And in my opinion, one of the best multiplayer shooters from 2015. If there's one thing I don't like about this game, though, is how the not so much the unlock system works, but rather how the in-game currencies are implemented. And yes, when you say in-game currency, it's usually bad, and in this case it's not so great. So first you have renown, which you basically get for, well, playing the game, completing matches, doing challenges, all that good stuff. And you can earn that all in the game, and it's completely free, I suppose. And with the renown credits, you unlock new operators and attachments and some skins for weapons. And then there's the rainbow credits. These can only be obtained by purchasing them in the store, and I believe you can only use them to unlock skins and renown boosters. But I mean, the fact that it's the only way to get renown boosters, which, well, gives you more renown as you play, that doesn't really feel good. And couple that with the season pass, which is like, I was about to do a video about that season pass when it was unveiled, and basically my thoughts on that one can be summed up as it's a load of bollocks. Now, all the content updates are actually free, so all new operators, maps, weapons, and skins, that's all going to be for free, no extra charge, unless they have to be bought with rainbow credits, which would be the case for some of the skins. So it's like, well, if all the content is going to be free, why the hell would you have a season pass? And what the hell do you get with that? Well, basically you get a bunch of rainbow credits, you get some exclusive skins, and you get immediate access to new operators. Wait a minute, aren't operators free? Well, yes, technically, except they cost like 2,500 renown, I believe, something like that, which amounts to around 25 hours of gameplay. So you don't get the new operators just like that. You have to unlock them with 2,500 renown, and like 25 hours, really? Or you can buy the season pass for 20-30 bucks or whatever, and get immediate access to the new operators, as well as getting them like 5 days before all the others. At least it was the case with the operators in the Operation Black Ice, and I do not like that. But as I said, I kind of realized this after doing my positive things. So like, all in all, the season pass and the microtransactions aside, I really love this game. And so let's get to the Operation Black Ice DLC, or content update rather, as all DLC will be free for this game. There are some new weapon skins. I haven't really checked them out because I wouldn't be able to distinguish which would be from the original game and from this DLC. Although there are like some DLC packs that you can buy for real money, or if it was with rainbow credits, I can't really remember for sure, which has the Operation Black Ice theme to it. There's also 2 new operators. Now, since I don't have the season pass, I haven't unlocked them, but they come from a new CTU. I don't exactly know the full term of that, but basically like what special force they're from, because the way it works in this game is that you have all these operators are from different special forces. So you have FBI, SAS, GSG 9, the Spetsnaz, and what's the French is called, GIGN. So with the Operation Black Eyes update, we now have 2 new operators coming from the Joint Task Force 2, or JTF, which are Canadians. So apparently the terrorists in this game have done something so incredibly horrible that even the Canadians have to step in. It's like, you have messed up when you piss off a Canadian. So yeah, again, I haven't been able to try these new operators out since they've only been available for non-season pass holders since Friday, and I haven't been able to unlock them because it takes much renown to unlock. But basically, we have Buck on the attacker side, and his special thing seems to be that he uses a assault rifle with a underbarrel shotgun, which could definitely come in handy when it comes to breaching the doors and whatnot. And on the defending side, we have Frost, who seems whose special ability / equipment seems to be a bear trap. Yes, you heard right. She has a bear trap. She puts it down on the ground, and you walk into it, and it's like it doesn't snap your leg off, but you can't move. And I believe if you're like below 50% health or are jumping in from a window when you are rappelling, you will actually get killed. So basically, I'd say that Frost seems to be like the predator. She sets up traps for enemies to fall into, and then the others come to help him, and she takes them out with a, wait for it, a Sten submachine gun. It's like, well, apparently it's a Canadian. It's a modern and Canadian version of the Sten submachine gun. I believe it's called either the C1 or C2. I can't remember, but still, it's a little bit odd. And last but certainly not least, we have a new map, which is simply called Yacht. It takes place on a big boat. Well, yeah, it's kind of big, and it's apparently have there's a lot of ice around there, so I don't exactly know what the story behind that is, but it has crashed into ice, and that's kind of it. I don't have much to say about the design, about the levels, since it's a yacht. It's designed the way you'd expect it to, and the ice surrounding the boat doesn't really play a huge part into the map, but that's kind of how it goes for the general map design of this game, as they all take place indoors, and the outdoor areas are simply just like your way to getting into the buildings. But I think it's a nicely designed map. I haven't played it too much though, since unlike say Black Ops 3, which I might do some video about the Awakening DLC later, it doesn't have a specific playlist that only plays the DLC map. But then again, there's only one new map, so if there was like 24-7 playlist with only Yacht, that would be kind of I almost said annoying, but the word I was meant to say was repetitive. I understand why it's thrown into the regular playlist. Unfortunately, I haven't played it too much, but it seems to be a nicely done level. I believe. Oh yeah, the ship is also called Borealis. It's stuck in a frozen wasteland. Ring any bells? Valve, where's Half-Life 3? How the hell did I mess that up? Whatever. Let's see. I believe there was something new. Yeah, you can have private matches now, I believe. Oh no, it's called custom matches, but it's basically the same thing, I'd say. I haven't played around with that, so I can't really say much about it. I believe there was some sort of spectator mode added as well, which lets a like another player outside from the 10 players in the game to join in and just spectate the game and see what tactics each and every player is using. And that's kind of it for what Operation Black Ice has brought to Rainbow Six Siege. I have, from what little I have played of the new level, I have really enjoyed it. And I hope the 2 new operators are good as well and that they are balanced and all that. But again, I've only seen them from, by the use of teammates, so I don't really have any personal experience about those 2 operators, unfortunately. I do have to say that I really must applaud Ubisoft for making all content, all DLC for free. Man, why am I messing this up? I really must applaud that Ubisoft are making all DLC for this game completely free. Aside from the whole like renown and season pass bullshit, I think that's a strong move, and I think long term it would definitely help this game. And I mean, I really appreciate it, and honestly, I would hope if more developers would push free content updates for their $60 multiplayer games instead of releasing like $50 season passes. You know what game I'm talking about. But yeah, I feel I'm just rambling on for the sake of it. So yeah, again, I think Operation Black Ice is a really good content update, and I'm really looking forward to what Ubisoft will bring to this game next. And I will see you later for whatever the hell I'll do next. Bye bye.